What is up, guys? I know it's been a long time since I posted up a video. I think it's been about 4 weeks. I'm sorry that it's been so long. I know I promised in my first video that I would be posting up on a regular schedule about once a week, I think. Hasn't quite worked out that way. As some people like to say, there's some more important things than Call of Duty and computer games have sort of come up in my life, and I've had to sort of deal with those, and it's something that really important, came up, and it's probably a topic for another day. I would like to eventually, talk to you guys about it. I'll probably just talk to myself because no one watches my videos yet, but post up a video about it because it, might help myself. And yeah, like I said, it's something for another day. So just a really brief sort of discussion about the gameplay. I don't really like to talk too much to you guys about it, just because, like, I know you guys have played this map 100 times, like thousands of times, and you guys know the best routes to take. You guys know the best way to, take down opponents, and, you don't need to hear from me the best way to play this game, because, A, you probably already know, and B, there are better people who are better equipped to describe these things to you. I did want to say briefly though, a little, caveat, I guess. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys watch Chris Move. He's a huge commentator on YouTube. He's amazing, and he uses this kind of gameplay selection process, which he has these moments which he calls, splash moments, and they're interesting or exciting things that happen during the gameplay, and if he sees those, then, he chooses those gameplays to commentate over, and that's kind of what I've done for today's video, because there's this little tear or rampage I go through in the middle where I get, a reasonable kill streak going, and I really enjoyed it while I was playing the game, and I kind of enjoyed watching it as well for the second time, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it too. That's kind of like my little splash moment, but obviously not as intense as his. But yeah, I'll hopefully post up something more substantial, or better, if you want to use those terms soon. But the topic of the video today is mine is better than yours, and I've called this video that today is because I recently was on YouTube, I don't know, it was in these weird parts of YouTube. I think I had an assignment due or something like that. I wasn't watching cat videos though, surprisingly, but it was a video about the Westboro Baptist Church. And the video itself wasn't so much about the church per se, but it was a case study on a particular family within the church. To give you a really brief summary that probably doesn't do the video justice, I would say that there's this family who's been with the church for a while, and this church is known to be, sort of radical in not so much their views, which I won't really go into, but the way that they sort of deal with other, traditions or religions, and sort of the way that they view their own religion in that framework. And so it follows this family, and one of the daughters kind of feels ready to, I guess, leave the church and sort of find meaning and understanding in her life in another way, basically. And what it boiled down to was that she ended up being disowned by her family, basically because she was leaving the church. And for me, that's a really radical decision and a radical way to deal with an issue that's probably not as big as the way that they put, And what it kind of boiled down to was, while I was watching the video and kind of hearing these people speak, was that if she was going to pursue followings that were different from theirs, then she was doing something that was less important, or not as good, or right, or just as the path that they were taking. And the message that I got was basically theirs was better than hers, or theirs was better than others. And this kind of issue of mine is better than yours because I believe in it. And I'm not saying it's kind of like, following a sport team where, you say my team's better than yours. It's not like that, because that's completely different. The reason why it's different is because they condemn other people, and based on this premise, they find that other people's lives are less important than theirs. And a behavior that they do, which kind of exemplifies this, is that they go to dead American soldiers' funerals and basically thank God that these soldiers are dead. Reason being is because these soldiers are sort of not doing things in the way that they think is right. And it's a concept that I believe is fundamentally flawed, because as soon as you believe that something that you do is more right than the way that somebody else does it, then I think you're going down a path that, isn't really helpful for others. It might be helpful for yourself, but it won't be helpful for others. Look, I've kind of run out of time because the gameplay's finished. I probably want to talk a bit more about this, but I'll save it for another time. Look, I promise that I'll try to post up a video soon. I hope you guys have enjoyed this commentary. If you have any views, please leave a comment and we can have a chat about it. This has been Daniel Y, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon.